Welcome to Maths Minders Academy. Today we are going to look at Cambridge Igcse past question. We are going to provide solution to the past question. So if you are preparing for a Cambridge exam or you have friends that are preparing for the Cambridge exam, this is an opportunity for you to share this video so that these ones will see step-by-step solution to paper 2 problems. Of course, we are going to do it across all the paper variants, but we are starting with 2023 November diet. That's the November Igcse series. So we start with paper 2-1, and then we are going to have 2 videos. I don't want the video to be too long, so that's why I'm going to break it into 2 videos. So this first video is going to look at question 1 to question 13. The second video will treat question 14 to the last question. That will be around question 22, and then we can proceed to the next variant, which is 2-2. We'll look at 2-2, we'll look at 2-3, and then we also look at 4-1, 4-2, 4-3. And we'll also have opportunity to produce videos for the Cambridge core syllabus. This is the extended. Paper 2, paper 4 are extended, but we are still going to touch paper 1 and paper 3. So just bear with us. We are going to have a wonderful class together. Let's proceed now to this paper 2. First and foremost, let's look at the key instructions. It's very important we understand this instruction before we move into the exam hall. We need to understand that values are given to 3 significant figures, especially when they are not exact and when there are no specific information as regard level of accuracy given. We leave our answers to 3SF. And then for angles, we are encouraged to leave our angles to 1 decimal place. This is very important. And then we use the value 3.142 for pi, or we use our calculator value. So these are some of the key information that we need to bear in mind. You can quickly also go through the bullet point instructions and understand what is required. Now, this paper contains is 12 pages and is worth 70 marks. So let's proceed now to question number 1. We'll be giving step-by-step solution. So this question number 1, we are required to find the value of S. This triangle has 2 equal sides. 2 equal sides. So it's an isosceles triangle. We expect that the base angles are also going to be equal. So this is 41. So now we are looking for S. We use the fact that the sum of interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So with that in mind, we add everything and equate to 180 degrees. So we're going to say 41 plus 41 plus X equals 180 degrees. So this is 82 here. 82 plus S equals 180 degrees. When you make S the subject, you have 180 minus 82. So S will come out as 98. So when we get S as 98, we put it here. We put it, that's 98. We proceed to the next question. This is stem and leaf question number 2. The stem and leaf diagram shows the time in minutes it takes each of 15 people to complete a race. So we are to find the mode. Now we are giving key here. What this key is telling us is that when we have 1 and 6, it means 16. 1 and 7, 1/7 here. That is, if you look at this stem, this is the leaf. So the stem, this one here, combined with this leaf, like these two combined with this one is 21. This is 23, 23, 24, 25, and all of that. So this is 30. If you go to where you have 3, you have 0, 1, 1. This is 30, 31, 31. Now you have to find the mode. The mode is the one that has the highest frequency. Here you can see that this 7 is the most occurring. That's the number that appears more. Every other number appears either twice or once. So the mode, the value of this is 27. So when we have 2/7, that gives us 27. So our mode is 27. We proceed to the next question. We encourage our learners to, first, if you want to enjoy this class, you can pause this video, solve some of these problems, and then use our video to check whether your values are correct. If your values are correct, then you know you are getting it. So here we are asked to find range. And range is highest value minus lowest value. So we'll go back now and pick the highest value. Of course, if you look at here, the highest value is 31. Look at highest value. So our highest value here is 31. That is 3, 1. So our lowest value, let's push up and we see our lowest value. Look at our lowest value, 16. So our lowest value is 16. So our range is going to be 31 minus 16. And when we do 31 minus 16, we are going to get 15. So that's our range. So we move on to the C part of this question. Here we want to find the median. So the median is the middle number after we have arranged in either ascending or descending order. Of course, if you look at the stem and leaf table, it's already arranged. It's already arranged from 16, 17, 21, 23, like that, up to 31. So, and there are 15 people here. So the median is halfway between. So that is 7 to the right, 7 to the left. So the middle will now be the median. So we are going to count now. We count 7 here. So if we count from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we count from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is going to be the median. It's going to be the median. And remember that the value is 25, which is 25, So here, median equals 25. Supposing we don't have 15, supposing it's 16, what we would have done is count 7, 7. We have 2 numbers in the middle. We just add the 2 numbers and divide by 2. We'll still get the median. Let's proceed to the next question. Here, we are asked to complete this statement. When S equals dash, S plus 3 equals 8. If you solve this, you'll discover that S is equal to 8 minus 3, which is 5. That means when S equals 5, then S plus 3 will be 8. Here too, we want to solve this. When 7y equals 63, 10y equals dash. So solve, divide through by 7. That gives you 9. So when you now do, so here, if you talk about 10y, that is 10 times 9, and that gives you 90. So 10y here is 90. Now, number 4, the table shows some information about Amiens shopping. So we have this information: fruit, cost per kilogram, number of kilograms Ami buys. Then this is the cost, that's the total cost. So oranges will cost $2.35 per kilogram, and 3.2 kilograms are bought. What's the total cost? The total cost here will be the 2.35 times 3.2. And that will give us 7.52. So we'll have 7.52. So we'll write it here, 7.52. Now, the next here, we want to, before we get the cost per kilogram for bananas, let's go back here. If the total cost of both oranges and banana is 13.54, then we can get the total cost for for bananas. So for bananas, total cost equals the overall cost, which is $13.54 minus $7.52. So this, if we subtract this, is going to give us $6.02. So this is 6.02. Now, for us to get the cost per kilogram, since 2.8 kilograms of bananas are actually purchased, the cost per kilogram, is going to be 6.02 all over 2.8, because this is the total number of kilograms. This is the cost for this 2.8 kilograms. So for 1 kilogram, you will divide by 2.8, and that will give us 2.15. So here we have 2.15. And so we've been able to fill up the table. If you find value in this tutorial video, please subscribe if you have not subscribed to our channel, like, share, and then comment on this video. Please, your comment will give us a feedback to be able to serve you better. Let's proceed to question number 5. We want to factorize this. First, let's look at between 42 and 35. What's the common factor? The HCF, the highest number that can divide this 32 and 45 is 7. So we'll bring 7 out. And here, M is common between both numbers. We also bring it out here. So 7 times what will give 42? That's 7 times 6. And there is K because we've picked one M. 7 times 5 will give 35. Already, we have M outside. So here, we'll write 7M brackets 6K minus 5. The next, we want to factorize this. Remember that this can be written this way. So this is difference of 2 squared. Note this difference of 2 squares. A squared minus B squared is equals to A plus B bracket A minus B. So we call this difference of 2 squares. Call this difference of 2 squares. So that idea will help us here. So this is going to be H plus 12, H minus 12. So we write it here, H plus 12, H minus 12. And we proceed to the next question. The next question here, it says for each of 10 people working in an office, the scatter diagram shows their salary and the value of their car. So we have it here. And then here I said, one of these people has a salary of $28,000. Find the value of their car. Now let's look at 28,000. This is 20. The next line is 22, 24, 26, 28, 30,000. So this is 28,000 here. This line here is 28,000. And then we want to follow it vertically to see the point that will match with that. If we follow it, look at this. If we follow this up, 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 if we follow it up, follow it up, follow it up, follow it up, look at what we have here, which will go this way to give us a value here. And the value here is, this is 4,000, 4,24446, 4,800. So for that particular question, the value of the car will be 4,800 US dollars. Now the next question says, another person starts to work in the office. Their salary is 54,000 US dollars, and the value of their car is 6,100 US dollars. Plot this information on the scatter diagram. So we are plotting 54,000 against 6,100. So let's look for 54,000. This is 50, 52, 54. So 54,000 is around here. So we are taking it up to, we need 6,400 at 6,100. Okay, let's reduce this a bit. So we come here now and we go up. We are looking for 6,100. So if we look at this, so look at, this is 6,200. This is 7,000. Each line, 200, 200, okay? So it's in between. It's going to be in between. So if we come here, this place is actually going to be in between. It's going to be in between, which is this point here. All right, that is the 6,100. This point here, which corresponds with the one down. So we've been able to make that point on the graph. Now, the next question says, what type of correlation is shown in the scatter diagram? Is positive, and I will tell you the reason why we say it's positive. All the points are rising. All the points are rising. Look at all the points. That means we can use a trend line to show this rise. You see, all the points are rising up. All the points are rising. So the slope of this line is positive. Because the slope of this line is positive, we say it's a positive correlation. So we proceed to the next question. The exchange rate between Singapore dollars and euros is 1 Singapore dollar equals 0.62 euros. Find the value of 161.20 euros in Singapore dollars. Now let's call this. We are told that 1 Singapore dollar, let's call it SD, is equals to 0.62 E, which is euro. Then we don't know the number of Singapore dollars that will give us 161.20 euro. So we are going to handle this like the way we handle fraction. So let's put division here. All right. So this is the same thing as saying 1 over x is equals to 0.62 all over 161.20. So here, if we cross multiply, we are going to have 0.62x equals to 161.2. 0, all right? That means x is going to be 161.20 over what? 0.62. This is 260, and we'll go and write it 260 Singapore dollars. We proceed to the next question. Here, number 8, turn everything to improper fraction. 11 times 7 is 77. So we have 77 plus 3. That gives us 80 all over 11 times 10 times 3 is 30 plus 3. That's 33 all over 10. So here, you discover here that 11 can divide 33, that's 3, and 10 can go in 88. So what we have here is 8 times 3, which gives us 24. So we put 24 here. And we proceed. Here we are looking for the HCF of 140. So now look at 140 here. If we use 2 to divide, what do we have? This is 70. 2 can divide 35. 5 can divide 7. 7 can divide 1. That means 140 can be written as 2 times 2 times 5 times 7. Let's look at the next number, which is 126. If we use 2 here, we get 63. Can use 3 to divide, we get 21. Use 3 again, we get 7. Use 7, we have 1. That means 126 can be written as 2 times 3 times 3 times 7. So now we are going to pick out numbers that are common here. Of course, our HCF is going to look at 2. This 2 is common. What else is common? 7. 7 is common in both multiplications. So we are just going to pick one of that 2 and one of the 7. And that gives us 14. So we have 14 here. Now, we want to simplify here this. This gives us n raised to power 5 times n raised to power 1, which is n raised to power 5 plus 1 by a lot of indices. That's n raised to power 6. We'll put it here. Now, for this, divide 8. Divide all the numbers. So what we now have here is x divided by s raised to power 6 divided by s raised to power 2. 8 over 2 is 4. So we have 4 s raised to power 6 minus, apply the rule of indices. So this is 4s raised to power 4. So we have 4s raised to power 4. If we apply the rule of indices. Here, what we do here is this one is 243 raised to power 2 over 5. So we are going to break this into 243 first, raised to power 2 over 5. Then times, open a bracket, y raised to power 20 raised to power 2 over 5. Okay, so let's see what this will give to us. So we can write this as 3 raised to power 5 raised to power 2 over 5 times, this is y raised to power 20 times 2 over 5. Now, this becomes, if you look at this, is 3 raised to power 5 times 2 over 5 times, this is y raised to power 8. Of course, this is going to become 8. That is 20 times 2, 40 over 5, 8. So from here, of course, if you look at this, we are going to have 5, this 5 here, and this one down, we cancel out. We have 3 raised to power 2, all right? Then times y raised to power 8. So everything here is going to give us 9y raised to power 8. So we have 9y raised to power 8 for that very question. So we proceed to the next question, question number 11. Open this bracket using 4 here. It gives us 8x minus 12 greater than or equal to 43 plus 3x. So we have collect like terms. 8s minus 3s is greater than or equal to 43 plus 12. This is 5s greater than or equal to 55. So divide both sides. We divide both sides by 5. We have 55 over 5. So here, s is greater than or equal to 11. We write it here. S is greater than or equal to 11. Proceed to the next number. Here, number 12, we say let x be equal to 0.42 dot. This will mean that s equals 0.42222. We can continue. Now, when we multiply both sides by 10, this is going to give us 4.2222. It continues like that. If we multiply again by 100, that is going to give us 42.2222. We continue. So now when we do 100x minus 10x, the other side we are going to have 42.2222 dot 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 minus 4.2222 dot dot dot. So let's see what happens here. We have 90s here. All the decimal part we turn out to be 0 under subtraction. So here we have 42 minus 4. So 90x turn out to be 38. So s is 38 all over 90, which we can reduce as 19 using 2 all over 45. So here, this fraction will become 19 over 45. With that, we proceed to the next question. That is question number 13. Number 13 said, at the end of 2021, there were 27,000 rhinos living in the wild. The number of rhinos is expected to decrease exponentially by 3% each year. Work out the number of rhinos expected to be living in the wild 4 years later at the end of 2025. Give your answer correct to the nearest whole number. So here, because it is decreasing exponentially, our multiplier, what we call multiplier, our multiplier is going to be 1 minus r all over 100. It's decreasing exponentially. So we are going to use new value. New value equals old value times multiplier. And we know what the multiplier is. So we are looking for new value, which is the value in the year 2025. So this new value, let's call it S. Our old value is 27,000 times our multiplier is 1 minus 3 over 100 over a period of 4 years, because there is going to be n here, okay? So this becomes 27,000 times, if we work the bracket out, it gives us this, okay? It gives us 0.97 raised to power 4. Now, if we work on this, it's going to, if you use your calculator to multiply out, you are going to get, this is going to give us 23902.0 90589. But we are asked to leave our answer to the nearest whole number. We are asked to leave our answer to the nearest whole number. So to the nearest whole number, it becomes 23,903 because this 9 will affect the 2. So this will be our answer, 23,903 rhinos. The number of rhinos will drop in the year 2025, going by that rate of decrease. So this is how far we can go in this paper 2-1. We are going to finish this solution in our next video. This is part 1. Check out the solution to question number 14 to the last question in our next video. That is in the part 2 video. We love you. We appreciate you. You've been with us until now. If you have not subscribed to our channel, click on the subscription button. Be part of this family. Click on the notification so that each time we release a new video, you'll be among the first to get it. Please share this. If you know students that are writing Igcse Cambridge, share this video. This might actually help someone. It's our desire to ensure that these things get to the table of every student who is working hard to prepare for examination. We want to discourage malpractice, and one of the ways we can do this is by providing adequate solutions to our learners. Thank you very much. We are looking forward to see you in our next tutorial class. This is Math Minders Academy saying goodbye for now.
In the midnight glow where the stars align, we lose ourselves in the rhythm divine. Underneath the sky painted with dreams, we're chasing the echoes of silent screams. Caught in the